Well, I guess it's true what they say. Time really does fly when you're having fun. We are already at our Section 1 review time here in our Certified Associate Python Programmer course. Let's jump in with some review questions. We start out super easy, then we get a little bit trickier. Question number 1, which statement best describes a Python module? Oh, come on. A built-in data type used to store key value pairs? What? No, that's something like, I don't know, not this. B, a single file containing Python code that can be imported and reused. That sure sounds correct to me. A single file containing Python code, yeah, that sounds great to me. Now, in an exam environment, I mentally note B, maybe even write down B on scratch paper, but I always make sure I continue to look at the other options. There may be a better answer. C, a tool used for installing external libraries? No. And then finally, a special loop structure for repeating code. Yeah, so what we like here is a single file containing Python code that can be imported and reused. So correct answer is B. Great work, everybody, on this really easy one. Question number 2, which keyword is used to bring a module into a Python program? Really easy. With a question like this, I immediately think import. Then all I have to do is find import in the list of 3 options. Yep. And question number 3. All right, a little trickier. What is the purpose of the __name __ variable in a Python file? Yeah, you remember this one? We covered this. Does it store the name of the computer running the script? Does it identify whether the file is being run directly or imported? Does it list all functions in the module? Or does it store the author's name? Well, I can eliminate D. That's just silly. I can eliminate C because I remember that that's like the dir command. I can eliminate A because if we wanted to get the name of the computer running the script, we would run some kind of a command to get that. It's not just automatically stored in a name variable. So it is indeed B by process of elimination. It identifies whether the file is being run directly or imported. Yeah, that's what we were using that name variable for. Remember, it's something that just happens automatically, so we can just query the name variable in order to make that determination. Is this something that we ran directly or imported? And remember, folks, if you're struggling with something like this, then no problem. Just go back to the appropriate video where we covered it and watch the video again. I take great pains, as you know. I really strive to make videos for you that are very concise and short. And one of the nice things about that is they're going to be super easy to go back and watch again, as long as you can take the sound of my voice all over again. All right, number 4, which statement correctly imports only the square root function from the math module? I'll tell you, A looks so correct to me. A looks so correct to me that before this video, I had to run it and see what would happen. I mean, it just looks like it would work. Import math.square-root. Guess what? Doesn't work. Yep. We cannot use that dot notation to do something like that with the import command. It just is not going to work. Next up, get square root from math. No, there is no get command. Yeah, so, or not in this usage of it. So B, nope. How about C? Import square root from math. No, not gonna work. In fact, if you were to run that command, the Python idle would say to you, sorry, are you trying to do a from math import square root? Yeah, it'll prompt you for the D option. Yeah, the only correct option here is from math import square root. Yeah, only one that'll work. All right, question number 5. What's the main purpose of the sys.path list? It stores the current values of all system variables. It shows the folders Python searches for modules and packages. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm going to kind of mentally check that one. C, it lists all Python errors in the program, or it contains the path to the Python interpreter only. So that word only rules out D. It is B. Yeah, we love the syspath list so that we can see exactly what locations Python will search for stuff. We may need to modify this, and we can do it kind of on a temporary or more permanent basis if we have some location where we're storing Python stuff and we need Python to be able to find that location. All right, folks, finally, review question 6. What is a package in Python? It's a collection of related modules organized in directories. It's a single variable that stores multiple values. It's a comment block used to document code. Or finally, a built-in function for file compression. Yeah, correct answer, A. It is a collection of related modules organized in directories. Great work, everybody, in this Section 1 review. And I want to remind you that coming up next, we've got our Section 1 assignment, one of the most cherished kind of features of these Python training courses that we are offering you. Thank you so much again, everybody, for being here with me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.